Imagine waking up tomorrow and an ancient human is standing in your room. They don't scream or attack, they just quietly watch. They watch a tiny machine on your nightstand start screaming at you. You slap it. Then they watch you immediately pick up a glowing rectangle and stare directly into it before your feet even hit the floor. From their perspective, your day doesn't begin with the sunrise. It begins with a command. A sound tells you to wake up. A screen dictates what happened while you were unconscious. A calendar tells you exactly where to be, and a clock insists you're already late. And somehow, to you, this is completely normal. The ancient human has been awake for 10 seconds, and they are already concerned. We look back at prehistoric people as primitive, but through their eyes, we are the strange ones. Your guest follows you out the door. They watch you leave your shelter, only to sit inside a metal box.
All around you are hundreds of other humans, also sitting perfectly still inside their own moving metal boxes. Nobody is hunting. Nobody is gathering. No one is tracking animals or carrying water. Everyone is just sitting perfectly still, waiting for the boxes to move them somewhere else. For nearly all of human history, movement wasn't an isolated event. It was simply how life happened. You moved to find food, build shelter, or make tools. The physical act of traveling was the defining requirement of the day. By engineering a world where movement is completely optional, we swapped the physical resistance our bodies were built for with the sedentary weight of a commute. We have successfully disconnected our daily actions from our evolutionary design. You arrive at work, enter another box, sit in another chair, and spend the next 8 hours pressing tiny symbols on a glowing board. If the ancient human asks what you're making, the best answer you have is usually emails. The machine sends invisible signals. Those signals move invisible numbers around a network, which decide if you can keep living in your room. Ancient work had a visible connection to life. You gathered a plant, you ate it. Modern labor is powerful, but highly abstract. You can work all day and have absolutely nothing physical in your hands to show for it. Then lunchtime arrives, and to an ancient human, a modern supermarket looks like absolute magic, and possibly a trap. There is fruit available in every season, and massive cold rooms full of meat that required zero hunting. You eat factory-made snacks, sealed in plastic, shipped across a continent, and stacked under fluorescent lights. You drink liquids brighter than any natural berry, and eat bread designed to outlive the people who baked it. Historically, diets were dictated by place, climate, and intense physical skill. Our system of effortless abundance creates food that has forgotten where it came from, isolating us entirely from the reality of the landscape. The workday ends, and you go to a special building specifically to move. The ancient human watches you repeatedly lift heavy metal objects that have absolutely no functional need to be moved. Then they watch you run on a machine that goes absolutely nowhere, while a tiny computer on your wrist congratulates you for pretending to travel. To prehistoric eyes, this is deeply concerning. Walking always had a destination. You walked to find water, secure shelter, or reach a safer location. We built a society so highly efficient that it stripped out almost all mandatory physical exertion. So we had to invent the concept of exercise just to put the exertion back in. This creates a bizarre paradox. After a day of complete physical comfort, you go home exhausted. Not because you chased an animal or carried water for miles, but because modern life demands the body sit perfectly still for hours, while the mind sprints at top speed. You return to an apartment building where dozens of human homes are stacked directly on top of each other. There are people above you, below you, and behind every wall. Yet you likely know almost none of their names. For thousands of years, humans survived in small, tight-knit groups. People were always visible to each other. They shared space, food, warmth, and danger. You knew everyone, and everyone knew you. Today, you can walk past hundreds of people on the street and speak to 0 of them. You can sit entirely alone in a quiet room while talking to someone across the planet. We have created crowds without community.
We engineered a world with incredible privacy and solid doors, but we severed the immediate physical bonds of the tribe. Your brain is hardwired to categorize every person you see as either a known ally or a potential threat. In a crowd of strangers, that subconscious scanning system never gets to rest, leaving us feeling drained and anxious by a community we aren't even part of. Night finally comes. You have a soft bed, a locked door, and heavy blankets. There are no insects, no freezing winds, and no predators waiting directly outside your shelter. Yet, sleep is not a guarantee. It is a negotiation. Instead of resting your mentally exhausted brain, you lie in the dark staring into the exact same glowing rectangle that helped make you tired in the first place, endlessly scrolling. The ironies stack up quickly. We made our nights artificially bright with electricity, then bought blackout curtains to hide it. We built thick walls to escape the weather, then play fake rain sounds on a speaker just to fall asleep. By systematically eliminating every single ancient physical hardship from our sleeping environment, we accidentally replaced them with novel psychological barriers. We made the bed softer, then became too stressed to sleep in it. An ancient human would witness this life and see a realm of miracles: clean water on tap, bright electric light, safe modern childbirth, and medicine that stops deadly infections in hours. But they would also see the cost of this extreme safety. We live in a modern world where calories are so abundant that people are terrified of eating them, and where we can communicate with thousands of individuals instantly, yet feel completely alone. We aren't a new species. We are the exact same strange animal that hunted and foraged thousands of years ago. We haven't evolved past our ancient biology. We've just placed ourselves inside a radically different cage. Ancient life was brutally hard, and modern life is undeniably safer. But perhaps humanity's greatest achievement is building a world so perfectly comfortable that we completely forgot the survival mechanics our minds and bodies were designed for.